Hi friends, EKQDK from Me to You series. First, I want to say a big thank you to all our friends. Your remarks, your comment. Oh, we love it. First, oh God, did I forget? All the new subscribers, we love you. Thank you so much for coming on board. Remember, from Me to You series, one family, one love. Please, this is true. Soon, from Me to You series, we'll be coming up with some true life stories in drama sketch, or just to pass an information how you have to stay safe. Like we say, no die today, die tomorrow. When tomorrow come, another tomorrow come. You understand? Now, from it to a series, we're also going to the street too, up coming up, just for us. I want to talk about something. There's a few things about life that have existed from back, not present, not new. Something like alcoholism. Alcoholism has always existed. Another thing have existed from time past. Prostitution is long as something new. But say, no, it's just something new. No, whether you call it hook up anything, it's not something new. If you read the Bible, Genesis 38, from verse 14, Judah, a prince of Israel, had an affair with his daughter, his late son, thinking that she was a prostitute, not knowing it's not true. She tricked him, as making him to believe he was having an affair with a prostitute. She wasn't a prostitute, because he refused to assign one of his sons to marry her, because Judah's son that was married to her was late. Now, another thing that existed in time past, fraudsters, they've existed in time past. Yes. Call it scammer, call it fraudster, anything you call them. In our local country, Nigeria, call them 419. They've existed in time past. Now, can anybody be scammed? Anybody can be scammed. Yes. Now, before somebody can be scammed, look, hear me please, I beg you. From it to it, we do not claim to know everything, no, we don't. But from it to it, we go a little extra mile to get information that will be useful to us. Now, someone trust is somebody you've not vetted very well, can lead to fraud. That person can defraud you. Somebody you don't know his or her character, who try to get close to you, can defraud you. Emotion can lead you to be scammed. What do I say? A very good friend of mine, like my sister, somebody called her that, please, I'm sending money to you. She was not sure of the person that was calling. Whenever somebody calls you, trying to make you remember who she is, I cannot actually pick up who that person is. My brother and my sister, be very careful. The caller was able to convince her they were old-time university mates, that they schooled together. But it was not true. End of the day, him and his group scammed her. Look at how they work on her emotion. Now, when the call came, there was to send money to her to send to his mother that was sick in the hospital. She never obliged before. The code to get the transfer from the local bank here was fake. But look at how they caught her. They work her emotion. When she decided to make call to the assumed mother, she's a mother too. When she heard the old woman, the assumed old woman said, you know what that means? My daughter, do you want me to die? That was how they got her. Because she feels, what if it's her own mother? For my mother, for my sister, please don't be offended, but this is the truth. Now, for women are they're emotional beings. Now, the mother nature in them, if you trigger that mother nature in them, they can go extra mile to protect and to provide. Sometimes they don't know. In their zeal, as a mother hen, as a mother trying to protect and provide, most of them have been scammed. I told her my sister, my good friend, I call her my sister. It was when she heard the voice of the assumed old woman, Adam, meaning, my daughter, do you want me to die? It triggered the mother nature in her. It triggered it. Say, Kabi, that was when it released that money. End of the day, it was fraud. Now, it's not that women are multitasking. The way to get a woman quickly is her emotion, because women are caring. I'm sorry, they care more than women. They care more than men. That's why God gave them the ability to multitask. That's what they call mothers. They can protect. I'll tell you the truth. If you have one woman protecting you, it's difficult for you to fail. That's to tell you how powerful women are. Especially, there's a mother. We treated this time past. When a mother, imagine a mother that have lost many sons, or now 2 or 3 sons remaining, when she sits over them, I remember one particular language I use, onaiwu, meaning that this one will not die. That the power of a woman. They'll go extra mile to make sure to protect that one. So that is what people work upon. Now, but this one again, greed. Oh, do I say, I'm sorry, but that's one. Now, when somebody make you believe $200 or $500 paid to the account can give you times 10 equivalent under a short period. Many, you say it doesn't work. How did MF defraud people? How did CBET defraud people? Now, it was working. Most people say, if you don't take risk in life, how will you succeed? Most people believe, let me take that risk. Let me take that risk. End of the day, when first CBET closed in Nigeria, over ₦1 trillion was collected from West Africa and Nigeria in particular. How did it happen? A lot of people invested some $3,000, $10,000, $100,000. Now, look at it. Most of their friends will say, I've withdrawn. What do you mean by withdrawn? After a particular number of days, they can withdraw times 10 or times 20 of the money they invested. Now, word of mouth, people started spreading the information. CBET is paying, this pain, is pain, is pain, is pain. People say, in business, you must take risk. Yes, you must take risk. But hear me. Now, from taking the risk, greed was now what ended the whole thing. Now they're looking at the profit they were going to make. You know, initially they say, if you don't take risk, like, how can you survive? They'll tell you, even drink water is risk. When you do certain new business, you want to venture, you enter production, and you start to produce so thing, you are taking a risk, whether to market, to sell or not. But your marketing of that particular product matters a lot. Now, there's a new product you see overseas or you travel, and you want to bring into the country. Good. You don't know whether to sell or not. Or you are doing 9 to 5, and you start to take a risk to go into normal day business, to be a boss of your own. That is good. That is risk. Now, a lot of people have invested in real estate, farmland, where there's no development yet. Some of them bought those land for $3,000. Just few years in past, they took a risk. Yeah, are you with me, my friend? Remember, make your comment, okay? Make your remark. Now, just few years, 3, 4, 5 beyond, down the line, property, land, they bought for $3,000. Some of them have preached up to $30,000. That is risk. Now, when you're taking a risk, pay into 3,000 naira into the account, you go and sleep. In 50 days' time, from $3,000, you're making $100,000. Oh, well, I'm sorry, for most of them, they don't hear Igbo. Where is it from? Where do they invest that money to get that kind of money? You pay $3,000 to get $20,000. How? In which business? Oil? Telecom? How did they? Is that not great? Okay, you agree with me now. Some of you are still arguing. That is great. The quickest way to get people, when that grade rises to a level, that level is at, you don't reason again. No matter who tells you, don't do it, don't do it. The grade level in you have gotten to the neck here. I'm not insulting you, please. Gotten to the neck here, that no reason can prevail. At that time, you know what happens? You only see the stories of social persons that have cashed out. This one has cashed out. This one has cashed out. Now, look at what happened. Now, they begin to increase the number of days If you leave it for 50 days, this is what you get. You leave it for 60 days, this is what you get. You leave it for 70 days, this is what you get. And there are lines few people to cash out. You'll be hearing stories. I don't want to use testimony, okay? All you'll be hearing stories of those who have cashed out. And you say, it will soon get my turn. Friend, that is how MMA and CBS and a lot of other on this Ponzi scheme has drained most of my brothers and sisters, most of my friends. Please, do not allow someone to use a touchy story to blackmail you. You know what I mean? Because why I call it touchy story? Forget, please. That story they will tell, they will make sure it will touch you. Something that will make you lose a sense of protection of not to be scammed. That is where I'm saying, don't allow the touchy story to touch you. Do you understand? Please. Like it happened to someone close to me. I've heard so many touchy stories too. Yes. Some of them may be little things. So indirectly, have done some giveaway. But to me, I call it sacrifice. You are sincerely has its own touchy story. If I tell you my story, people say, don't come, send me a card number. But all we're trying to do to make sure we are protected. Don't allow that's thing. And now sometimes they don't give you time to investigate or think over that matter. They give it to you back to back. Once they get your attention, they don't want to lose that grip, because when they lose that grip of that attention they've gotten, they want to capitalize it until that thing drop. Because when they give you gap, you might have time to think twice. You might have time to vet. You might have time to investigate this touchy story. Now, like this Ponzi scheme we're talking about, how these fraudsters, schemers. Now, if you check some of those Ponzi online stuff, check them on YouTube. You will not see them on YouTube, because YouTube is though anybody can post things, you will not see them in Play Store. You will not see them in Play Store. Friends, brother, sister, please. So you understand when I say greed can lead to someone being scammed or being defrauded. Not that I'm insulting you. Now, when it comes with emotion, interest, 10,000 will give 100,000. From where now? Where is it coming from? Now, when you hear stories of your friend that have cashed out, able to withdraw, that is when that greed enters. You now start looking at the interest you are going to get, the money that will come on top of your money. You are not thinking whether it's going to be safe. All you are counting, it remains 10 days, it remains 15 days, it remains 10 days, it remains 5 days, for your own time to withdraw. That is how many of us have been scammed. And the most painful thing, each time they do this, they go scot-free. That's the most painful aspect, because it's a racket. Will they still come tomorrow? Another one with another pitiful name will come again. And that is the truth. But you know what? I pray this time around you'll be wiser. So friends, from me to Isirit, make your own remark, make your own comment. Remember, from you to Isirit, we are coming with more, better, all for us to enjoy. To know from me to Isirit. God bless you.